Let me preface by saying I love Tichina. Tichina and I talked this morning, like before I came here. That's my girl. I don't want anyone in any way to misconstrue or think that I am trying to create any headline or talk poorly about her at all. So Tichina, she was doing a Martin at the time when I was doing 90210. She was singing, I was producing. I became friends with her and Tisha quick. Tichina started coming by the house and I was just playing beats and it was like, oh yeah, let's work on some stuff. And we were doing that because we were working together and we were around each other all the time. But we ended up fooling around and kind of dating. It's funny. So the pride that you say in culture and race, like she coming from Martin, she was very clear, Tichina, I love you, on day one of like, nobody can know about this.
Really?
Nobody. Can't tell people, can't talk about this. I have to shut the fuck up and sit in the back of the car and like just be happy that I'm in the car. It didn't even start in a healthy way. I was in my early 20s, so I was really insecure. And then I have someone who I'm attracted to who's telling me like, oh, you can't tell anybody. At some point it flipped a little bit. All of a sudden she was like cool with it. But I think somewhere in my mind, I had that subconscious switch of like, this isn't a real relationship. This is just a thing that we're doing. I had that thing of like, oh, people are looking at me funny, or they're wondering why the fuck am I here? Who does this guy think he is? Or I was mind fucking myself a lot during that time period.
Did you consider that kind of racist, the way she thought?
I understood it because, again, I was super insecure. So I was like, of course you feel that way.
Yeah.
You're on Martin. Like, of course you don't want people in your community to know that we're together. I get it.
She felt like you're going to go be with some white girl.
Again, hip hop was my world. I was doing hip hop clubs. I was going to all the places where hip hop was existing. You usually date people that you're around. So of course, I was dating majority black women at the time. We had common interests. So it wasn't a conscious choice of like, I want to date someone culturally who's different. That never even crossed my mind because we shared the same culture.
We heard things. We was like, man, he knocking them down. Right? Everybody heard that. They was like, who is this motherfucker knocking them down? Like,
what's funny about that though is I'm the only white guy she ever dated. Wouldn't you be more apt to say that than about her of like, oh, you were just testing the waters and you dated literally one white guy and then you were like, no, that's nope. Right?
No,
Tichina, I love you. Yeah. You're gonna call what I did, it was just some sort of flash in the pan thing, but I spent 10 years doing it. I like the way black men smell and I watched some of that shit.
So real quick, Brian Austin Green, well, Tichina Arnold, you know, women can't keep their mouth closed, right? Shout out to y'all. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Women can't keep their mouth closed. That's one thing about it. Women are going to tell somebody. I done heard women tell other women they got abortions. I done heard women talking about they went to the gynecologist and got toys stuck up their vagina and they had to take it out and it smells so bad. Women have to tell somebody. And that's the number one thing when you're dealing with women. They cannot shut the fuck up. Now that you got podcasts, either if it's embarrassing, if it's not embarrassing, they literally can't shut up. They have to tell somebody. They can't hold water. And I think that's why in the hood, women get a pass for snitching because you already know female nature. You know they can't shut the fuck up, right? Excuse my language, right? So Brian Austin Green, he played in 90210, Beverly Hills 90210, I believe it was. He probably would have never said nothing. He never would have opened his trap about the relationship with Tichina Arnold. Now he goes to Deion Cole and, you know, he says some things. Now, the first thing I want to address is he said, you know, he always was judged because he wanted to be a wigger. He didn't say that per se, but he loved hip hop. And, you know, basically, remember when somebody told Eminem, oh, you a guest in hip hop? Eminem was like, I never said I wasn't the guest in hip hop. So he even though he felt like a wigger, right? He felt like a wigger where I really love hip hop. I really love the culture, but I really, you know, I really can't love the culture like that because the white boy is going to see me this way. And I'm really not accepted, even though the black culture accepts everybody. Go to Africa, they got white people, Asian people. Asian people own like 65% of Jamaica right now. Look it up. I believe it's some crazy number. It's almost high as they paternity fraud rate, right? But, you know, so I heard that part. And then also he says, you know, and people don't think men go through psychological things because men use to hold their emotions in. And he said what really effed him up was Tichina Arnold didn't want to be seen with him. She wanted to keep that they dating on the low. And I'm gonna say this, man. I referred to this on a couple of videos, probably on the Patreon. But you got a dating coach named Dre, King Dre. I like his stuff, right? He had a dude come on, right? I'm gonna just let you know how some dudes are. He had a dude come on, and the dude was like, "Yeah, I mess with this girl, but she only hit me up when she want to have sex." And it bothered him. He said, "I want more." At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure either he put one and one together, two and two together, that she got a main dude, probably got bread. She just like having sex with you. Most dudes would be like, I'm cool with it. But psychologically, most people want what they can't have. Or they go to the other side of the spectrum or whatever, not the spectrum, but the other side of the thing, be like damn, why I'm not good enough, he good enough, and I'm not good enough, right? Why? Why are you fucking me, but you being with him? Even though most guys in theory like that's cool, but it messes with your mind. It kind of messes with your mind and stuff. And that's what she did to him. And she probably pushed him all the way to the white side. When she checked him and she said, I told him, you're going to end up with a white girl. You ain't going to want to be with me. Woo, you just having fun with me. I know you dating all these these white guys, these black girls. You just, getting your rocks off. So in his mind, you got to go back to what he said in the interview. He said that I always pretty much felt like they treated me, I'm paraphrasing, as a wigger. I never was accepted into the culture. I was too black for white people. I'm paraphrasing. I wasn't black enough for the black culture. And then when she didn't want to be seen with me, just like I made the analogy with the King Dre dude, when she didn't want to be seen with me. So at the end of the day, you know what? I'm just going to be with white people. I'm going to go be with my people. Right? Now, he said that he felt like it would have probably hurt her image on Martin and all this type of stuff. Let me tell you this, bro. Black women celebrate black women being with white guys or the other. I've seen it my whole life amongst the women that I know in my family, amongst, and they think kids don't pay attention to it. I seen it. It wouldn't have hurt her image. It probably would have made her bigger. And it was a pro-black era back then. You had a lot of, I'm not gonna say a lot, you had a lot of pro-black rappers. Remember you had I'm Black, y'all, the CB4. You had a lot of good black positive sitcoms, Different World, Martin, Fresh Prince, right around that time. A little bit later, Jamie Foxx show, Cosby show. Yeah. It wouldn't have hurt her image. It wouldn't hurt her image. Let me tell you how demented, a lot of black women are. They will vote for Kamala and she ain't a lick black. If you look through her history, she was claiming all Indian shit. And she had a white guy on her arm and they were still willing to vote for her. So what that tell you? You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think it would have hurt her image, but maybe she thought it was. But so she wanted to creep. She creeped with him. She basically used him as a dildo, as a sex toy. She got her rocks off, and this is what a lot of black women do. If y'all knew how much black women slept with white guys and what they slept with white guys for, absolutely nothing. These dudes wasn't 6 feet. They wasn't in shape. They didn't have a dream body. I mean, I was talking to a chick and she was older than me. And she was like, yeah, my daughter, I have to explain to her that while my other son is so light and his daddy he was a white guy. My daddy wasn't shit. He got me pregnant. He wasn't involved and he left and all this type of shit. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If you knew how much black women slept with non-black guys and got for nothing and got Nathan in return, not a shrimp dinner, not a calamari appetizer, not a Ford Escort. They got Nathan but penetration. Didn't even get an orgasm. They ain't even get an orgasm out of it. They got pumped and dumped. Some of them got skeeted in, pregnant, and got Nathan. So when they get so mad at black men for dating out, you know what I'm saying? That's really a projection on how they dated. I'm telling you, the average black woman probably has slept with as many white guys as black guys. And I'm talking about back in the day too. Real talk. Wasn't no laws to keep black women away from white guys, but it was laws to keep white women away from black men. You know, and I'm just keeping it real. That's why they get so upset. So that's how they moving, bro. That's how a lot of them been moving. They've been sleeping with Brad in secrecy. You know, and that's what it was. And then she married a college basketball coach. Allegedly, he had sex tapes of Lamb Pipe, and she allegedly sent it to the family group chat. She got mad. What you got to understand, the longer you wait to get married as a woman, the less you gonna get. Nobody, and just in general, the longer you wait to get with guys and get serious with guys in general, the less you gonna get. You ain't gonna get monogamy. You ain't gonna get faithfulness. You ain't gonna get the full loyalty. You ain't gonna get the full girlfriend experience. I hate to tell you that. 9 times out of 10, you get less when you wait too long to get married. You wait too less. You come with an alpha mentality. A lot of women, they come with bitterness. They come with unhappiness. They come with a lot of baggage. I told y'all, women don't heal. They don't heal from trauma. So you get less. And that's why she got less. Most women, when they get a certain age, even if they in the position of Tichina Arnold, they got to take what they get. And then there's rumors that she a carpet muncher. She was kicking it with MC Light out there. But, you know, I say that for the Patreon. Hit the link in the description. Allegedly. Join the Patreon. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.